Welcome to the Crazy Town Podcast. I'm Jonas.
And I'm TNT Dynamite, the explosive one. Let's crack into another one.
TNT.
Yo.
We got some more rap news for us.
I mean, do I have? Don't.
I said
I'm not
you
going to be
have.
the guy to introduce the rap shit. As the black guy
You're
on
gonna
the
put-
you're not going to be like, I
drop
defer to you for all the rap beef. What's going on in the rap world?
You dropped S-bombs in 10 seconds.
Hey, brother, look. Yeah, this is real emotion.
All I said was, I heard you got some rap news for me. Like, that's it.
I don't like it. I don't like the optics. All right, I will say something.
Hello, fine friend. You got some news for me? Tell me what you got. How about that?
Either.
Yeah.
All right, but either way, yes, there is a lot going on out here in the entertainment industry. We've got a lot of people being brought up on charges, from Dirk to Diddy to Thug, and some of them being exonerated, some of them getting breaks. So Thug was released today from prison. Now, this has been the longest running trial in the history of Georgia.
Yeah, it said that it was last November. It was
Insane.
Yeah.
So the amount of resources that were being utilized in this case by the state, like Thug definitely had enough because, multimillionaire. He had enough for legal counsel. There was no problem for him.
He was facing some real time.
He was definitely facing some real time. Now, he pled guilty to having a gun, having a machine gun. He was eventually, and he did plead no contest to a few charges, but that was with like RICO stuff. So what ended up happening is that he got 5 years, but he got time served, and he gets 15 years of probation.
Yeah, and no time in jail. Unless he breaks probation.
No more time in jail.
It said he also has to do 100 hours of community service every year. And he has to speak at like he has to speak a couple times a year to do like anti-gang,
as a part of
youth stuff. Yeah.
As a part of his community service. And I mean, he's going to be held under, like, he's obviously drug tests. As far as him performing out of state, out of country, he's allowed to do that.
Yeah, I saw he could take his travel. He could.
Yep. He can come back to the Atlanta area only to visit family, if there's like a major illness, to perform a show, but he's like a 24-hour time limit. So so
he's banned from Atlanta, essentially. Yeah. So he can't even spend too much time there.
Yeah, exactly. So he can't even be around the same people. He can't be around anybody else that was connected to, or anybody connected to the people connected to the case.
So basically, he's like dead to a lot of people right now. He has to be. Or he's going, and they said he has a 20-year sentence over his head. If he messes up on probation, it's 20 years served immediately.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if he messes up once, he goes to jail for 20 years, no exception.
Honestly, if I were in his shoes and I would make sure that the judge made that very clear, is that I cannot F with you folks anymore. Like, I can't even if I wanted to. It's not on me. It's not a me thing. I can't.
Like,
I will I will lose everything. He has children.
I would never talk to my own mother if it was like, you talk to her, you're going to jail for 20 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. Love you. Bye.
Now, with that being said, let's keep it 100%.
Yeah.
All right. The man's a criminal.
Yeah. Oh, he was facing like 45 years.
Yeah.
The accomplices and the stuff got like 15, 25 years in prison.
So the man's a criminal.
Yes.
And he is, I feel, most likely guilty of all the charges.
He's essentially a mob boss.
Okay, so look, we're going to get into the whole RICO thing, but I feel like he is guilty of some of these crimes, and he probably should be in jail. His lawyer was amazing.
Well,
the ability that his lawyer got judges thrown off the case and was like appealing to the fact of he's not being treated fairly. Insane. I think this case went through like 3 different judges, because it had Fannie Willis, it had the black dude, and then it had a younger lady on it as well at the end, who actually started treating him with some fairness, quotation fingers.
Yeah,
I watched a lot of this trial. I was a big Cuff Boys watcher.
I know you're into Thug.
Sure, I am kind of into Thug. I do have a Thug wall drop.
I mean, and he's obviously guilty because he pled guilty. And he knew that, like, it didn't behoove him to try to fight it and go to jail for 45 years.
Well, and in the end, it was so that the city could save money. And it was, everybody got a little bit of something. They both had give and take. It was give and take on both ends. But I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. Young Thug is one of my favorite musical artists. Am I happy he's home? Of course, I want to hear more music. Do I think that if me and you were brought up on half of the charges, are we gonna get off? Hell no. So I don't know. I'm not an advocate for anybody getting
I'm
off
sure
on the
he's making
crimes.
some donations.
Yeah, I feel like if you do wrong, you need to pay the consequences for that wrong. And having enough money where those consequences basically mean, you spend 2 years in jail, it's not really doing it for me. But let's get to another rapper who is currently facing even more severe charges. Lil Durk. Jonas, we haven't talked about Lil Durk a lot. He was King Von's protege. King Von was a notorious drill rapper who was suspect behind a string of murders as well.
And then someone killed him.
Yes. So he was killed, and then Durk went through a period where he was just kind of like lifted up in the industry because of his association with King Von, who was one of the up and coming rising, almost like a rising star like XXX Tentacion was, where it was like everybody was like, we really love him, and then he was taken away so soon.
That was Von?
Yeah, that was King Von.
Okay, I'd never really heard of him much.
Yeah, he was pretty good, man. And legitimacy always helps when you're doing your art. It helps to like have something to draw from. Regardless, Lil Durk been rising to fame, had a lot of good songs, really good years, been changing his life around. He did some jail time, obviously, because legitimacy helps. He has been brought up on contract killing.
Oh, is that what they got him on?
Yeah. So what happened is that, okay, now this is a lot of speculation involved, but this is what I've been hearing from the streets. There was a guy who did some time who was close to Durk. He got out of prison, and part of his thing was that he had to commute. He had to cooperate with the police. He wore a wire. So they got Durk talking about the contract killing. The people who actually did the contract killing, they purchased the cars, food, gas, hotel rooms, all on a card that could be traced back to Durk. My man is kind of cooked.
Like,
he's looking at like a lifetime.
Like,
the murder happened.
They killed the guy. Yeah. It was the guy who killed Von, right?
Yeah.
Or associates of that guy or something.
I'm not getting into the names of these guys because there's just like there's King Vons and the old BGF Ducks and
but it was essentially the guys who took out Von. It's who they tried to kill.
Yeah.
I mean,
associated. Yeah, associated. It's all about like one-upping your ops by killing one of their family members or somebody associated with a rival gang.
Yeah.
So
that's a style of life I'm not living.
No. Yeah. But you got to think of it like this. If somebody came and, God forbid, they took me out, like, you would feel in yourself that you would want some degree of retribution.
Yeah, man.
And if you achieve that retribution, imagine how you would feel afterwards. The euphoria of I did it, the euphoria of like I avenged my homie's death. I understand that. But real life, my man, is not
we ain't
that.
living in a gang movie.
Yes, because you will get caught and you will go to prison. Now, the difference between Thug and this, in this case, is that Lil Durk is being brought in by the feds. All right.
Yeah,
the feds don't usually bring you in.
No,
they got something.
I mean they brought Diddy in.
Oh yeah. He's that's the thing. So while it was Jeffrey Williams against the state of Atlanta, this is federal, and he's done.
Yes,
we will never hear another new Lil Durk song unless it's from his jail cell.
I mean,
but they didn't even let Tory Lanez
put out albums after he did it.
He got out of prison though. Durk ain't getting out.
I don't think Seymour did. He get out of prison?
Yeah, he did.
Oh damn,
didn't he? Yeah,
I don't know enough about him.
They let Mystical out.
Mystical. Yeah, that's a mistake. Anyways, that's all the time we have for today's episode. Go to crazytown.com and subscribe. For Jonas,
TNT.
we out.